Hello, welcome back. Yeah, today we talk about an artist, a musician, where the term, the one and only, really suits the person and the music he gave us. You know, I thought let's do a little feature, let's do a little video about Art Pepper. Now, as we have now 5 of his most important titles in the shop. They came out on the Contemporary series, and I thought let's get a little deeper into the artists, into the records. And yeah, then when I listened to the album here, the Smack Up album, I realized that this is the title track of a television series I loved as a child. Listen, maybe you recognize this too. Right, you recognize it. It's in Germany it was called Bezaubernde Genie. With Larry Hackman and Barbara Eden. I so loved it as a child and later. And yeah, the Smack Up song 1 of this album and title song is, if I remember correctly, the title music of In Love of Genie or Waiting of Genie. I don't know what the English title was. In Germany it was Bezaubernde Genie. It was quite a nice remembering. Yeah, but that being said, these Art Pepper records are, all of them, and we go through 5 here in this video, one of a kind. Maybe we get into another title, so we start getting an idea. The next title I will play is maybe next year, and what's so amazing about this title is the piano. Listen to this piano. It's brilliant. Yeah, before we go into the next title of this album, let's talk a bit about the way these releases came out. They are part of the Contemporary series, which is done by Chad Kasem. The records are pressed at QRP. They got these beautiful tip-on Stoughton jackets and suit this music, the quality, the mastering. Here with Smack Up we have Bernie Grundman involved. 2 others are done by different master engineers. But also on those, never forget Bernie Grundman at the time, or I don't know if it was at this time, but worked for the label, so he really knows what he's doing when he masters these releases. Top-notch quality, dead flat, beautiful vinyl, sounds amazing, and an important artist like Art Pepper really deserves this kind of treatment. Now let's get into my favorite song of the Smack Up album and enjoy. 1959, Art Pepper recorded this masterpiece, and 11, a jazz milestone in my opinion. And yeah, let's get into the first track When it comes to Art Pepper, I think it's very important that you also talk about his life. Of course, I don't go that deep into it, but you have to mention, in my opinion, that his life wasn't an easy one at all. He was a heavy drug addict. He has spent, I think, 4 sentences in prison. His parents got him at very, very, very young age. They were violent alcoholics, and so he was raised by his grandmother. And if you read the biography, so what I've heard from, I haven't read it yet, it must been a read like a thriller. It's or a mob biography. Really, really difficult life. The more astonishing it is, in my opinion, when you listen to the artistry of this man. His saxophone play is one of a kind. He's so precise, and that's really amazing. And we play really quite some songs where this precision and craftsmanship really stands out. We now go into a second song, not the most famous song, but a lovely song. It's so smooth and beautiful and enjoyable from the first to the last note. And of course, there is this one song, 4 Brothers. Wow. We will go into that song right now because it's so outstanding. The piano, the drums, the sound, those 5 people, they sound like a big band. This song alone is worth the whole record. This song is unbelievable. Listen. Yeah, and also if we go back 2 years now with this masterpiece with Art Pepper meets the rhythm section, where we here have the stereo release from 1957, it goes on like this. Important, the master engineers on the 11 and on the 11 and here the rhythm section are Ray Nunn and Howard Halser. And they also give us an amazing impression of this record. It's again, the mastering is flawless in my personal opinion, and I really do hope that Plus 11 and the rhythm section, or Art Pepper Meets the Rhythm section, gets a new HQR treatment. I don't know if that's likely, but I think they are in that league. For me, those are essential, unbelievable, important albums, records. Fantastic. The most important and most successful song on this album is this one. And 11 and Art Pepper Meets the Rhythm section are, of course, his most important recordings, in my opinion. But there are two other records I would like to talk about because they are not as essential as those giants, but still a wonderful listening and important records. First, let's take Art Pepper Intensity, a little later, 1963. And to get an idea about this record, I would love to play the song Long Ago and Far Away. Very rhythmic, very engaging, uplifting song. Listen. Mastered by Bernie Grundman. It came out quite recently. As I said, an amazing listening. Of course, not this top-notch shelf like the two I played before, or the Smack Up. But for an Art Pepper fan, for sure an essential album, a wonderful listening. And I want to close this record with maybe my favorite song, Gone with the Wind. Wonderful music, and again, Art Pepper at its best. Last, but for sure not least, let's talk a bit about Art Pepper's Gettin Together. As they state here on the jacket, this is an all-star rhythm section with Wynton Kelly, Paul Chambers, Jimmy Cobb, and Count Candoli. Wonderful. And let's close this video with a song from this 1960 release, again mastered by Bernie Grundman, and again in these wonderful, sturdy, beautiful, heavy Stoughton jackets. Let's close this video before it gets too long. Too much Art Pepper. But hey, can there be too much Art Pepper? I don't think so. You know, for this video, I listened to all of these 5 records several times, and it was pure fun. As I said during the video, the artistry of Art Pepper and the way he plays his instrument are one of a kind. It's really, really, really quite something. And yeah, if you are not into Art Pepper, get into him. It's really worth the journey. The music and the life of him are quite different. His life must be a very, very, very difficult one. His music is amazing, amazingly beautiful and engaging. And especially for those of you who are not knee-deep into jazz, who I think a lot of these Art Pepper records and Art Pepper songs are really, really, really great for getting into jazz, getting in touch with jazz. And yeah, let's close it. Let's close it with Softly as a Morning Sunrise. Enjoy. And of course, as we close with the music, I want to thank you for your time, for your listening, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.